Wow, I did not expect that many comments from so many people. I didn't know there were so many out there watching my channel. I guess most of you just sit there quietly and don't say anything, and I wish you would say more. They say for every one person who leaves a comment, there's 100 other people who feel the same way. And it's usually the classroom bullies who speak the loudest and the other ones stay quiet. So how are you going to know how many people are out there and how much they feel? But anyway, I take everything to heart, and I try to make, I try to listen to what everybody has to say. If there's some reasoning to it, I try to make sense of it and go, well, the people are saying stuff for a reason. They're frustrated too, and I try to help them in some way. Now, I know there's, for every 100 people that are here, there might be 1,000 people over here. And those are usually the quiet ones who don't say anything. And I'm amazed how many of them there are. So thank you for all your comments. I really, really appreciate it. I'm taking it to heart. It's so important because I really want to help people. I really want to make a difference. I really want to give you what it takes to make your life better. And I have so much to say. Wow. I just found out this week that 2 more of my friends passed away. And I mean, I don't see it happening so fast. Life is so short. It's like, wow, we're already at that point where everybody starts dropping off. I guess when you're in your 60s, it just starts happening, wow, or it's shocking. I know they say life isn't about how many breaths you take. It's about the moments that take your breath away. And I assume when they say that, they're not talking about asthma and lung cancer. I had asthma for the first 20 years of my life. It was so bad, I was literally gasping for air. My lungs were so filled with fluid, I would whistle when I took a breath. It was painful, and all they knew to do was to give me drugs to try to calm down my body so it could breathe. People weren't really thinking at that time, well, what's causing the problem, and let's stop doing it. People didn't think like that. Well, I learned so much over these years. So much. It changed my life, and it dramatically allowed me to start living a life that I didn't know was possible. And I have so much of that to share with you. And I know I sound frustrated sometimes, but that's because I want you to feel what I'm feeling. I want you to see what I see and what it feels like to be fully alive and never to get sick again and be able to travel the world and really experience life. This should not be a life of nonstop pain. Now, pain is part of life because life is about growing and learning lessons. And when you resist those lessons, you feel pain. That's part of it. That's part of the curriculum. But the idea is to learn from that, get over it, and change so you don't feel that pain anymore. And then you enjoy life for a little bit before the next lesson. And then you feel more pain because you're resisting that lesson. But then hopefully you smarten up, you do whatever it takes, and then you're over that, and then you don't feel the pain anymore, and then you have your little vacation again. That's a cycle of life, but that's the way it's supposed to be. You got to learn your lessons, and I want to help you through that as smoothly as possible because I've learned a lot, and I have so much to share. Anyway, this video is about realizing how many of you are actually secretly, without saying anything, watching this channel, and I want to thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. And I read everything you said. I'm taking it to heart, and I'm going to do as many changes as I can to make it smoother for everybody. It's about learning. It's about education. The most important thing that I can give you is insight and knowledge on how to make your life smoother, better, more enjoyable, learning and growing faster. And that's what these videos are for. If I can say one thing, don't miss the Sunday morning video. If you really pay attention and you listen and think about what I say, it literally could change your life so fast, it'll make your head spin. I want to see progress. I want to see people better. I know you can't make people do anything, but lead a horse to water and stuff, but God, it's such a cute horse. You don't want it to die. You don't want it to have a bad life. Well, anyway, this whole thing is about thanking you for being there quietly. I know most of you don't say anything. I mean, I'd welcome it if you did say something every now and then, so I know you're there. Like, just clear your throat once in a while, so I know you're there. Thank you. Thank you from my heart, again, for all your comments. And I read every one of them. and I will do what I can from my end. Okay. Well, I want you to have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful rest of your life, starting right now. I'll see you in the next video.